Good evening, YouTube. Bill number 3 here, down here in the Carolinas. I've had a lot of people ask me about this power supply, and it's just built out of stuff I had laying around. A buddy of mine gave me this cabinet, old medical supply cabinet or something or other. I took it apart, took everything out of it, had a piece of old plexiglass laying around, pretty thick, and I put some of the switch mode power supplies in it. So in the back got my 110 going in fused. To start with, I took the switches, each one of the little switches. I've been had 4 in it. It was 120 amp. And I got all of them close to the voltage I get, 14.7. So I tuned this in 14.7 on a dot, and it's hard. 14.7 on a dot on that one, 14.7, 14.7, 14.7, 14.7. I just recently put these other two in and they just got, excuse me, $30 a piece. Can you beat it? 3, 6, 9, 12, 150, 180. It's $180 right there. These caps I had laying around, got from somebody. Somebody gave me a bunch of caps one time. This, it looks brass, but it's a piece of steel with brass coating of it. I think it's some kind of, I went to Lowe's and tried to find some brass and they didn't have no brass. Or copper. It's got copper on it. And that's all I could find at the time. I was trying to do it on the cheap just to get something up and going, put out some power. But this has got a copper coating over top of it. I think it's a ground strap for an electric box. But anyways, I laid one down on top of the power supplies and strapped it down to it. That's my ground ball. And then my top ball, nothing but a piece of wood across there. And I got these isolated by some little rubber grommets. And then I simply tied my AC line in, daisy chained it in, and put me some little cap capacitors across here, each one of them. Then I made equal length wires, all my grounds. My height's the same length throughout all of them, and just sorted it in. Drilled me some little holes, slid my wires through it, and sorted on the front and on the back. And then I come off the middle with my hot wire going to my front, and my ground wire coming off. And then I put one of these little cheap eBay meters on it, which everybody's getting. Got my off and on switch right there. It really ain't a lot to building one. It's just a hassle getting all these the same voltage and keeping them steady. What I do is turn them on, set the voltage on it, cut it off, cut it back on, make sure the voltage is the same. Cut it off, cut it back on, make sure the voltage is the same. And them little potentiometers on there, the variables, they're very touchy, very touchy. It don't take much, a very little bit. What we like to call in the South a cunt half. It don't take but a little bit to get them off. And it kind of drive you crazy. You sit and think you done set your voltage, and all of a sudden it'll be a couple digits up, a couple digits down. So be ready for that. You want to keep them all the same as you can. If this one's 14.5, you need this one 14.5, 14.5, so on. If this one's 14, what I did is took all of them and measured what the lowest one would put out. And I think this one here put out 14.7 was all it would put out. So I put this one 14.7, 14.7, 14.7, 14.7, 14.7. So this one right here, I think it's this one. The highest it would go was 14.7. So I just dialed all the rest of them into 14.7. It's just daisy chained. Got all the grounds tied in. Got a good ground on it. Ground fault plug. Good heavy duty plug on it. But I don't know what else to tell you about it. I got my extra cable run right here, so when I put my other one in it, I know I can put more in here. If I stack them up this way, I can get more in, and that's probably what I'll do later on. Hoping I can get up to, I don't know, 300 amp. Hope I can fit 300 amp in this box. But for the time being, it's just like this. I got plenty more room. I can't quite get another one on top. Do I just stack them like this again? But I have to lay them up this way. I think I can get 4 stacked up this way, and 4 over here, 4 over here, and 4 over here. So I think I can get about 16 of them in there. Alright then, have a good day. Bill number 3 down here in the Carolinas. Just a cheap little build. Have a good one.